on a Friday night. Let's see who's going to be number one. This is all 80s and 90s WWE wrestlers. Akeem, number one. He was also the one-man gang. He was famous, more famous being the one-man gang. And then when he went to the WWF in the early 90s, he became the African American Dream, Akeem, which was basically a spoof on Dusty Rhodes. We're going to be doing the normal stream later tonight, but this is just a look back at some 90s and 80s WWE wrestlers. So there's probably going to be no chat on for this stream until the cash stream later tonight. I just want to look at the old wrestlers right now and see who wins. Number one was Akeem. Number two, the Mountie. The Mountie always gets his man. He was early 90s. So everyone knows the rules. It's the Royal Rumble. In order to eliminate somebody, you must throw them over the top ropes. I never knew that the Mounties were actually based in Canada. They were like policemen. As a kid, back in the early 90s, I never understood who the Mountie was until like later on. But the Mountie always gets his man, so they say. So we're starting off with Akeem and the Mountie. We're in the classic WWF ring. This is a different live stream. The normal live stream will be later tonight with a live chat along with Cash. We have 9 seconds as the Mountie beats on Akeem. These are all WWE wrestlers from the 80s and 90s. Number 3 is Papa Shango. This guy used to scare me when I was a kid. He was like a voodoo master. He was probably more popular, known as the Godfather in the later 90s, but I remember him in the early 90s as Papa Shango. So we got Akeem, the Mountie, and Papa Shango all in the ring right now. All right. Ooh, Papa Shango. This is 80s and 90s WWE wrestlers, and who's coming out in 5 seconds? The Berserker. All right, he was kind of a jobber back in the early 90s. But I always thought he was cool looking. He's like almost like the Viking Warriors. Those guys when they and currently in WWE, the Viking Raiders. The Mountie just hitting on Akeem. And who will come out in 7 seconds? There's 30 characters total, all based in WWE from the 80s and 90s. The Patriot. He's from like the mid-90s. I always liked the Patriot. I always thought he had a cool mask. He died just like a couple years ago. I never thought I would see Berserker battling the Patriot. And Akeem just lifting Papa Shango, and he slams him to the mat. Ooh, and that big splash. A lot of people say that Akeem looks like Conrad Thompson, a popular YouTuber. Who's coming out in 2 seconds? King Kong Bundy. That's one of my favorites. A beast right there. I remember with his classic steel cage match with Hulk Hogan. And I remember him being on with Married with Children. That was a popular show back on Fox back in the early 90s. And the Mountie is gone. The first person eliminated is the Mountie. We have someone else coming out in 5 seconds. Who will it be? So long, Mountie. I guess he didn't get your man. Oh, crap. IRS. It's tax season. I got to pay my taxes coming up. Thank you for reminding me, IRS. But IRS has 2 kids. Bray Wyatt, who unfortunately passed away, and then, of course, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy. It was good to see IRS finally get inducted into the Hall of Fame last year. Number 8, Hillbilly Jim, another one of my favorites. IRS, you're gone. Guess I don't have to do my taxes. Here comes Hillbilly Jim, and he goes after the Berserker. Akeem is gone. The Patriot just eliminated Akeem. Who will be the final wrestler standing in this 80s, 90s themed Royal Rumble? King Kong Bundy's showing no mercy to that poor Hillbilly Jim. And someone else is coming out in 3 seconds. Hakushi. Another guy who I thought was super cool in the early 90s. All of his tattoos that he had over him. It turned out all those tattoos were fake. But when I was a kid, I thought they were real. Now Hakushi's going at Berserker. Oh, just zooming in on Papa Shango brings back some nightmares. Number 10, Tantaka. He should have been a world champion, I thought. Well, King Kong Bundy got eliminated by Berserker. There's the Native American Tantaka. He was like undefeated for like 10 months. But he never won a big title. I always thought it was crazy. I always thought Tantaka should at least won something. I would have gave him the world title. He was really popular at the time. Who's coming out next? Sergeant Slaughter. I was always like dumbfounded when Sergeant Slaughter was on wrestling because I used to play G.I. Joes. I was like, how could a G.I. Joe be a real life wrestler? And then when he turned heel, that was crazy. When he went up against Hulk Hogan. A true American. You don't get more American than Sergeant Slaughter. Four seconds. The Missing Link. I was like super young when the Missing Link was actually wrestling, so I don't remember much of him. But he has a cool look. But they both have cool looks. Tantaka's battling the Missing Link right now. Ooh, the Patriot just gets slammed. So we have two true Americans. We got the Patriot and Sergeant Slaughter. Junkyard Dog, JYD, number 13. JYD is another wrestler who died too early. He actually died in a car accident going to his daughter's high school graduation. Little sad story about the Junkyard Dog. How is the Berserker eliminating everybody? I mean, he was like a jobber. Oh, the Missing Link got eliminated by Hillbilly Jim. Oh, JYD holding on. A nice move by Tatanka. Oh! Berserker with a nice pile driver. And who's coming out in 8 seconds? These are all 90s and 80s WWE wrestlers. Demolition Smash. Now this guy, that was a cool tag team. A lot of people say they were like a ripoff of the Road Warriors. I disagree. I think Demolition were not only one of the coolest tag teams, but they had one of the best ever theme songs ever. If you never heard the Demolition WWE theme song, look it up. It was awesome. And this guy right here, Demolition Smash, not only did he was most famous for being a demolition, but he also was the Repo Man, another famous character back in the early 90s. But he's most known for as a demolition. And a demolition should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I don't know why they're not. Hakushi's gone. Just got eliminated by the Patriot. The Honky Tonk Man. A lot of people say he's an Elvis wannabe, but some say he's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. He was the longest of all time until Gunther dethroned him. And Gunther's probably one of my favorite current wrestlers right now in WWE. That guy's like an amazing wrestler. Junkyard Dog hanging on. Hang on. Patriot just eliminated JYD. Tatanka just tried to throw a Honky Tonk Man over the top rope. And number 16 is Jesse, the Body Ventura, who just most recently came back to the WWE Saturday Night main event. He was actually good. He looked the same. He still sounds the same. Now Jesse, the Body Ventura, is just watching Tatanka and the Patriot try to eliminate the Honky Tonk Man. And now he interferes and he elbows Tatanka. Honky Tonk Man also had a really good theme song. And who's coming out in 5 seconds? King Mabel. He's also from the early mid-90s. I remember I was like shocked when he won the King of the Ring. Tatanka's gone, and Mabel just throws the Patriot. He was originally from the Men on a Mission. It was Mabel and Mo. So long, Tatanka. Oh, yeah. Number 18, Bam Bam Bigelow. I swear he was not in the right generation. He should be like in today's generation. He was too new for his time. He had the tattoos all on his skull, the flaming costume that really stands out. A lot of people like compare him to like Bronson Reed right now, but I don't think so. Bam Bam Bigelow was one of a kind, a true legend. Number 19 is Haku. Speaking of the bloodline, he's part of the bloodline. Oh, he looks kind of funky. I don't like this Haku. Haku was not bald. Haku had hair. Oh, get rid of this Haku. Get rid of him. I downloaded all these guys, but this Haku does not look like him. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! The man who carries the 2x4. What? He's bald too. All right, this game's glitching. There's something wrong. Because when I downloaded them, they had hair. So Hacksaw Jim Duggan's bald. Haku's bald. I think this game might be glitching out right now. Because when I downloaded these guys, they were not bald. Hacksaw Jim Duggan has hair. Haku has hair. So is the next guy going to be bald too? Big John Studd. He better not be bald. Big John Studd has hair. All right, at least Big John Studd's here. But when I downloaded Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he had hair. When I downloaded Haku, he had hair. I don't want to see a bald Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. Now that's a legend. He better not be bald. Here we go. He looks kind of funky, though. I like the blue attire of Mr. Perfect. Wait, he looks not so perfect, are you, Kurt Hennig? Oh, Haku, the bald Haku just pile drives the Patriot. Mabel's trying to eliminate the Honky Tonk Man. We have someone else coming out in 5 seconds. In this 80s, 90s WWE themed. And it's the Birdman, Coco Beware. He used to always have a cool entrance. He came out with his bird. I forgot the name of his bird. Oh, what was the name of his bird? I don't remember. But he looks cool. Please eliminate the bald Hacksaw Jim Duggan and eliminate the bald Haku. I can't stand looking at him. In 5 seconds, someone else is coming out. Another Demolition. Demolition Axe. One of the coolest tag teams in the history of pro wrestling. And Axe is working on Jesse the Body Ventura. And the two weird-looking dudes just try to eliminate Coco Beware. They're teaming up. They know they look messed up. Who's coming out in 6 seconds? Marty Jannetty. That's one phrase you never want to hear. You don't want to be the Marty Jannetty of the tag team. We all know that the most successful member of the Rockers was Shawn Michaels. But Shawn Michaels' tag team partner was Marty Jannetty. But maybe he'll win this Royal Rumble. Maybe he'll finally win something. Maybe this is your moment, Marty Jannetty. Because there's only 30 wrestlers. Get Hacksaw out of here. Number 26 is the King of Hearts, Owen Hart. We used to get all the wrestling pay-per-views back when I was a kid. The only wrestling pay-per-view that we didn't get was Over the Edge. And that was the same pay-per-view that Owen Hart died. It was really weird because we bought every single pay-per-view every month. And the one pay-per-view we decided not to order was Over the Edge. And that was unfortunately, the pay-per-view that Owen Hart fell from the rafters. But with that said, come on, Owen, eliminate this bald Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I think we're only down to 2 more wrestlers that are going to come out. Oh, the bizarre Goldust. He freaked a lot of people when he showed up in the WWF. He was formerly known as Dustin Rhodes in the WCW. So then when he left WCW, came to WWF, he showed up not as Dustin Rhodes, but as this bizarre character known as Goldust. He's the older brother of Cody Rhodes, the current WWE Undisputed Champion. And he currently, till this day, he still wrestles in AEW. This guy started in the early 90s. And now we have Axe trying to eliminate Goldust. Marty Jannetty trying to eliminate Owen Hart. Jesse the Body Ventura. And this terrible looking bald Hacksaw Jim Duggan who needs to be eliminated because I can't look at him no more. No, he's punching like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's Stone Cold Jim Duggan. In 8 seconds, we're winding down to this 80s, 90s WWE Royal Rumble. Brutus, the Barber, Beefcake. That's one guy you did not want to get a haircut from. I miss those days in wrestling where a superstar just fought a jobber. That was it. There was no superstar versus superstar, but that's what got him over. With that said, I'm trying to praise you, Beefcake. He just got eliminated. I was about to say I used to love it how he used to like shave the head of the jobbers after he beat them, but I couldn't really talk because he got eliminated in 2 seconds. Meanwhile, this hacksaw's still hanging in there. I think one of the better matches, too, a very underrated match at WrestleMania, was Roddy Piper versus Goldust in the backstage brawl, the Hollywood Brawl match at WrestleMania 12. This might be your moment, Marty. I'm rooting for you, Marty Jannetty. You might finally win one. Oh, here comes the earthquake. This guy was also one of my favorites growing up. He was best known for his singles run, but then he found a partner, Typhoon, and they were called the Natural Disasters. I don't think they ever won the titles, though. Cokie Beware has been eliminated. Owen Hart needs to eliminate this ugly-looking hacksaw Jim Duggan. Maybe Demolition Axe is going to win this. Oh! That big kick just sent Earthquake over the top rope. Goldust is bleeding. I don't think I've ever seen blood yet in this Rumble. But Goldust just lifted this terrible-looking hacksaw Jim Duggan. He sent him to its... Are we down to number 30? It's either 29 or 30. We're almost... And number 30, oh man, it's the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Oh my gosh. And his hair's gone too. What's going on? What? When I downloaded these guys, they all had hair. Ric Flair's bald, Hacksaw Jim Duggan's bald. Do I do not have the hair? Nah. We got a bald Ric Flair. The bald Hacksaw's gone. I can't even look at this. So something, I must not have had that hair. You must have to unlock the hair. When I downloaded them, I didn't know that. Well, we got bald Ric Flair taking on Goldust. Jesse the Body Ventura going up against Demolition Axe. If bald Ric Flair wins, I'm never going to live stream again. He just cursed the wrestling channel, the wrestling streams. Number 30, bald Ric Flair. Anybody but bald Ric Flair. Either Jesse Ventura, Goldust, or Demolition Axe. This could be it for Demolition Axe. Who will win this 80s, 90s themed WWE Royal Rumble? It better not be bald Flair. Ooh, Axe is hanging on. It could be the bod. Jesse Ventura might take this one home. Oh, what's he doing? He's just lifting the bizarre Goldust. And he slams him. Yes, get him, Max. Get him. Look at that. That looks disgusting. Ric Flair never went bald in his entire career. He was known for his long hair. But here we are in this live stream looking at a disgusting looking Ric Flair. Come on, Goldust. Win this for your younger brother, Cody Rhodes, who's the current champion. Oh, yes! Axe with a reversal. The disgusting, grotesque-looking, bald Ric Flair has been eliminated. We're down to the final three. Goldust, Jesse Ventura, and Demolition Axe. Not the final three that I would expect, but it's WWE2K24. It's truly random. I don't remember Jesse Ventura ever doing that move. And Axe is taking Goldust. What's he going to do? Gone. Maybe Demolition Axe should have been a singles wrestler. What is Jesse Ventura doing? I don't remember him ever doing that move. Oh, it's over. Jesse, the Body Ventura, wins this 80s, 90s themed WWE Royal Rumble. Congratulations, the Body. We'll see you again at next Saturday night main event, which is coming up this month. All right, we got time to do one more match before we're going to end this live stream. But we'll be live again later tonight doing the regular Cash Live Gaming. So what should we do? All right. Let's do a good old-fashioned steel cage match. Let's do the same arena that we were in. All right, let's do... Let's do King Kong Bundy. King Kong Bundy versus, since we're keeping it with the old school, let's do King Kong Bundy versus, should we do Mabel? No, let's do the Junkyard Dog. Classic JYD. Steel cage match. King Kong Bundy versus the Junkyard Dog. Do you remember this old Hasbro ring? I remember that. I had that when I was a kid. But I really didn't play. I didn't play the wrestlers in that Hasbro ring. I actually used G.I. Joes. Because G.I. Joes were way better to use to do wrestling moves. Like the WWF guys that he used to sell, they didn't move as good as G.I. Joes. So like when I used to do my own make-believe wrestling matches, I always use G.I. Joes instead of like real wrestlers, action figures. But with that said, here is King Kong Bundy. He's about to meet the Junkyard Dog. This is a steel cage match. You either climb the cage to win the match or pinfall or submission. And here comes JYD. A legend. Back when wrestlers didn't do all the high spot moves, they didn't need to do it. You could do basic moves and still get over as a wrestler. Today's wrestlers, they just, they're all about doing the next high spot, crazy thing. But back in these days, it was all about like telling a story. You didn't have to jump off the steel cage or do something crazy every single match. You do basic moves, but if your character is over, that's all they mattered. Like, people went crazy over a punch or a body slam because they cared about the characters. Nowadays, like, these wrestlers, they try to do, like, crazy moves and crazy move after crazy move, not knowing that all you really need to do is just get your character over. Then people are going to invest into you and care about what you do in the ring. Whether it's just a lariat, a body slam, a basic move. If your character's over, people are going to care and they're going to cheer for you. Nowadays, wrestlers, they just care about doing crazy move after crazy move. I remember these days, good old classic steel cage match. JYD's trying to climb it already. King Kong Bundy's another wrestler who should have been world champion. During the Hulk Hogan ruined it for so many wrestlers. Because Hulk Hogan used to like to politic backstage. He cost so many wrestlers like a chance to actually become champion. Roddy Piper never won a world championship. Junkyard Dog should have won a world title. That was a problem back in the 80s. As much as the wrestling was great, a lot of wrestlers should have been a champion, but they never were champion. $1 Million Man, another one who should have been champion. Ravishing Rick Rude should have been champion. Ooh, big punch by the JYD. Ooh, what's he doing? Is he going to slam him to the cage? Oh, he just drops JYD's neck right into the rope. Ooh, he almost missed that. If you're just tuning in live, we got King Kong Bundy, a legend from the 80s, versus Junkyard Dog, another legend from the 80s. Back when it wasn't the WWE, it was the WWF. But then they had to change their name to the WWE because the World Wildlife Foundation, WWF, ended up suing them. So WWE was the WWF like up until the late 90s where they actually had to change their name. Bundy! Big old King Kong Bundy's trying to climb the cage. If this was nowadays wrestling, Bundy would climb up to the very top, and instead of trying to win the match, he would do like a moonsault or something fancy. But this is 80s King Kong Bundy. He doesn't care about impressing the fans. He just wants to beat the JYD, the Junkyard Dog. And it's over. An old school finish. No fancy move off the top of the cage. Just Bundy wants to win the match, so he climbed the cage. All right, that match went a little faster than I thought it was going to be, so we can do one more. We did a Rumble already. We did a steel cage match. Let's do one more match. Let's bring back the nostalgia of the 80s and the 90s. The good old days of wrestling. Look at it. It looks like it's like bruised on his face. Who's been beating you at home, King Kong Bundy? All right, let's do the ring that we were just in. Let's do a good old one-on-one match because since we're doing the 80s theme. Let's do Bam Bam Bigelow. Let's have him go one-on-one against let's see. Should we do King Mabel? Coco Beware? Let's do the Honky Tonk Man. Bam Bam Bigelow, one-on-one against the Honky Tonk Man. This is a retro 80s, 90s WWE2K24 stream. And we're wrestling in the Hasbro ring. Apparently we're live from Oklahoma City. Oh yeah, a true legend. The Beast from the East. Bam Bam Bigelow. I remember seeing Bam Bam Bigelow do a cartwheel in the middle of the ring for the first time. I was like, how can a big man like this, over 300 pounds, do a cartwheel? He was like the first big guy to do like athletic moves in a wrestling ring. He's another wrestler who died way too early. He died like in his 30s. Drugs. Don't do drugs. Or you'll end up like Bam Bam Bigelow, dead at 33 or something like that. And then we have the Honky Tonk Man. A lot of people don't know that the Honky Tonk Man, his cousin is Jerry the King Lawler. It's time to shake, rattle, and roll. He used to be the longest Intercontinental Champion until Gunther broke his record. When I used to collect wrestling figures, one of my favorite figures was the Honky Tonk Man. I thought he was so cool. That and the Macho King. The Macho King and the Honky Tonk Man was my favorite WWF Hasbro wrestling figures. There's the Beast from the East. Honky Tonk Man getting ready. This is a basic wrestling match. You either win by countout, you win by pinfall, or you win by submission. And Bam Bam just throws the Honky Tonk Man to the ropes. Oh, and he uses that head. He's always known for using that head. And I would not want to be hit by the head. Anybody who has tattoos all over his skull, he's not going to feel pain in that skull. So he can headbutt you all he wants, and it's not going to hurt Bam Bam Bigelow. So this is a younger Honky Tonk Man, because Honky Tonk Man got more on the bigger side later to his career, but this is probably like the early 80s Honky Tonk Man when he was more in shape. Ooh, Bam Bam Bigelow. I was also a fan of ECW back around 96, 97, 98, 99. And I remember when Bam Bam Bigelow showed up in ECW and he was wearing his silver and gray instead of his classic flames. I thought it was so cool. ECW was so cool. Me and my older brother used to sneak up on Saturday nights when ECW aired. It was like 1 a.m. on Saturday nights. So we have to sneak up late. We had like a super small TV. It was on Past Sports. It was Past Sports, and we used to watch ECW. It was like an hour-long show, but it was so cool. Bam Bam, you're gonna get counted out. Oh, are you gonna break the count? We're gonna see a count out. Oh, Honky Tonk Man's trying to be fancy now. I was just talking about the '80s wrestlers didn't do that, but this Honky Tonk Man don't care. He's doing high-flying moves. Get back in the ring, Bam Bam. The Beast from the East. What's he doing? Oh, that's got to hurt the back of the Honky Tonk Man. That's going to hurt his guitar playing skills. Oh, now he's just lifting the Honky Tonk Man, and he just power bombed him. He's working on that back. Bam Bam Bigelow has something, an agenda against Honky Tonk Man's back. And he's setting him up. He's probably going to start kicking him right now. Yes, now he's just kicking him in the stomach. And he's just choking him with his foot. And he's continuing. He's trying to choke out the Honky Tonk Man. All the Honky Tonk Man wants to do is shake, rattle, and roll. And Bam Bam Bigelow's just dropping that skull of his. He looks dazed. Honky Tonk Man looks dazed. What are we seeing right now? Oh, that was kind of sloppy. And he slams Honky Tonk Man down to his back. Again, he's going to bust him open. I think he did, yes. The Honky Tonk Man is now bleeding from the forehead after feeling those powerful headbutts from Bam Bam Bigelow. And he goes for the pin. This could be it. Nope. The Honky Tonk Man kicks out after one, but he's busted. And he hits him with a big DDT. A move known from Jake the Snake Roberts. What's he doing now? Ooh, suplex. I'm trying to zoom in on the blood. He's just taking him out. He's showing no mercy. This could be it. No, the Honky Tonk Man kicks out. Ooh. Bam Bam. You're going to get a concussion. Oh, here we go. This is it. The flying. Oh, he misses, though. And Honky Tonk Man just kicked the skull using his own feet. The Honky Tonk Man had enough of that headbutt. He looks dazed, though. What's he doing? Did you see that? He's a cheater. Honky Tonk Man is a cheater. He just took it out. Now, he took the pad off. What does he have planned to do? That's one thing. Bam Bam Bigelow is a bad guy, but so is the Honky Tonk Man. Oh, Bam Bam kicks out. We got a match. But what does Honky Tonk Man have planned? Look at that. The padding's off. If anybody's had to get slammed to that, they're going to bleed. They're going to bleed heavily. What are you doing, Honky Tonk Man? Oh, okay. That's karma. What goes around comes around, Bam Bam. What goes around comes around. Ooh! A double axe handle from the top rope. The crowd's getting restless. Oh. Oh. They're both... Wow, this is a slugfest. Who's going to fall down first? Will it be the Beast from the East, or will it be the Elvis Presley wannabe? Neither's going down. It's just hit after hit after hit. Oh, I think Honky Tonk Man's going. No, he's not. What is this? Oh, now they're all just punching each other. This is what 80s, 90s wrestling was about. No fancy moves, just a slugfest. And painful moves. Oh, Honky Tonk Man's trying to reverse it. Oh, the referee. The referee's trying to fix the turnbuckle. His back's turned, though. He fixed it. We're all ring. There's a long. Oh, Bam Bam. Are you kidding me? He does have that ECW in him. Oh, and he hits him with a flying headbutt. Bam Bam Bigelow is showing no mercy to the Honky Tonk Man. He does not like rock and roll. He only likes bringing pain to his opponents and using his flaming head to inflict blood. Oh. Ouch. It's a 10 count. If you're outside for 10 seconds, you lose. It could be a tie. It could be a draw. If both wrestlers are out for 10 seconds, it's a draw. Look at these young fans. They're all into it. Check out the fans. They're loving this 80s, 90s style wrestling. And here we go. The finishing move. The flying headbutt. No, he did it. He hit him with the elbow drop instead. This could be it. And Bam Bam Bigelow defeats the Honky Tonk Man. All right, what time is it? 9:25. Should we do one more match? We might be able to do another. The steel cage matches usually go quick. We'll do one more cage match. They go quick. And this is the final match of the night. Last match, one more cage match. Old school steel, not a Hell in a Cell, but an old school steel cage match. We'll do Earthquake. Let's do Earthquake versus Brutus, the Barber Beefcake. All right, the final match of the night. Earthquake versus the Barber you don't ever want to have. I miss the cheesy gimmicks. WWE used to do a lot of cheesy gimmicks, but the Barber, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, had a cool gimmick. He beat you, and if he defeated you, he shaved your head in the middle of the ring. There's Earthquake. There we go. We got Earthquake versus Brutus the Barber Beefcake in a steel cage in our main event. That's a weird main event to have, but whatever. My money is on Earthquake. And here comes Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who was real-life workout buddies with Hulk Hogan in real life. Some say that Brutus the Barber Beefcake got where he was at because of being personal friends with Hulk Hogan. Why does he have a Money in the Bank? What? That's weird. How does he have that? Can we skip this entrance? That looks disgusting. He should come up with scissors, not the Money in the Bank. I downloaded all these wrestlers from the creation community. All right. Rather have scissors than a briefcase, but let's lower that steel cage and let's do this main event. Big Bad Earthquake versus the Barber. And honestly, what? I thought this was a steel cage match. It's not a steel cage match. It's another one-on-one match. I messed up. I don't want to see another one-on-one match. I thought this was a steel cage match. Well, sorry, people watching. You got gypped. Instead of seeing a main event steel cage match, you get Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus Earthquake in a one-on-one match to end the show. There's no refunds. There's no refunds. Because at the bottom of your ticket, it always says card is subject to change. And that's a fact. All right. Earthquake's hyping up. Earthquake just throws the Barber. This will not be a 5-star match. Won't be a 6-star match. Won't be a 4-star match. Won't be a 3-star match. Won't be a 2-star match. We'll probably get like a 1-star match. And that's what you're going to get out of the Beefcake and Earthquake. A good old-fashioned 1-star match. All that time I've been hyping up the 80s wrestling, the 90s style wrestling. Now that I'm watching these two go at it, I kind of miss the flips. I kind of miss the special move after special move after special move. But Earthquake does need a haircut. I mean, he has a bald spot at the top of his head and he has all long hair in the back. So if the Beefcake wins, Earthquake would probably look a lot better. You just shave the back of his thing, make him bald. But Earthquake's not having any of that. Or shave his chest. Look at all that hair on Earthquake's chest. Oh, I wish this was a steel cage match. Nobody wants to see a one-on-one match between these two. But we're almost at an hour of live stream. So by the time this match is done, it'll be about an hour long. They should just end this match with a count out. Really make the fans angry. Imagine getting a main event between Earthquake and the Brutus the Barber Beefcake. It's supposed to be in a steel cage, but then it's not in a steel cage, so you're already angry about that. So it's a one-on-one match, and then it just ends in a double count out. Imagine like going home in that car ride. You have to try to find your parking. It's terrible after you leave a wrestling event, trying to find that parking, get out, and like you have nothing to talk about. It's like, hey, the main event was just Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus Earthquake. It was supposed to be in a steel cage match. That would have been cool, but no, they messed up. It was just a regular one-on-one match. Oh, and it ended in a double count out, so yeah. Oh, good old-fashioned bear hug. No, Brutus the Barber Beefcake reversed it. He just raked the back of Earthquake. And now he's just a good old punch. A good old-fashioned punch. And now he's just raking the eyes. Back in the 80s and 90s, the eye rakes, the eye pokes, it was popular. And Beefcake is going to the top. He's going. I never. Oh, here we go. Flying. A flying barber. And he hits him with the elbow. I just want this match to end. Oh, there's blood at least. The fans got some blood. Oh, Earthquake kicks out at 2. Oh, Beefcake kicks out. There can't be much life left into these men. Oh, what's he doing? I don't remember him doing that move. He's just squeezing the head of Brutus the Barber Beefcake. He just stepped right on the stomach. Oh, can he get any more boring than Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus Earthquake? I don't think so. I don't think you can get any more boring than this. Oh, but he hit him with the big Earthquake. Yes, please. And it's over. Earthquake wins this lackluster main event, this boring main event. And we'll end this 80s, 90s WWE stream. At least he's bleeding with a bloody Earthquake. Until next time for a WWE2K24 stream, we'll see you again. And the next time we go live, it will be the normal Cash Gaming stream. That should be later tonight.